The motorhome, a remarkable fusion of comfort and mobility. It started as a simple concept, a home on wheels for family vacations and short getaways. But oh, how things have changed.
3, 2, 1.
As technology advanced, a new breed of motorhomes emerged, boasting wild features, powerful engines, and luxurious amenities. On our channel, we want to celebrate the true innovators, the visionaries who push the limits and challenge their industries. These are the people who refuse to settle for the ordinary, crafting products that set themselves above the rest. And Dembell is doing just that.
We have a great team of engineers who are working only on making sure that every bit and pieces, everything what we put in a motorhome are handmade and made exactly for the purpose what it meant to be.
Just under a year ago, we introduced you to the world of Dembell motorhomes, and the internet responded.
It has a car inside the car.
Look how cool that is. So futuristic.
And now we present the next chapter, the all-new Dembell, featuring an oversized garage and a design that will make you question if you're on board a spaceship or a motorhome. From its sleek exterior to its thoughtfully designed interior, every inch of the Dembell motorhome sets it apart from the rest of the industry. That's why we traveled from LA all the way to Budapest to tour Dembell's brand new large garage motorhome with an asking price of $1.5 million. Let's see if it lives up to its price tag. This motorhome has a very sporty and aggressive look. It's actually built on a Mercedes Actros 2016 model. It has a 530 horsepower engine, 12.8 liters, gets about 10 to 11 miles per gallon, weighs about 23 tons, and it just looks so cool with this low windshield, cameras throughout to give you that 360 bird's eye view. Even the side mirrors are cameras so that it looks very sleek and contemporary, and between the body panels, this massive Mercedes logo right in the center. Headlights, windshield, all of it coming together gives this motorhome a very striking, very contemporary look. It does not look like your everyday motorhome.
From the front, it looks like a serious machine, for sure.
It sure does.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the proportions for a second. It's 12 meters long, 4 meters high, 2.5 meters wide. So it's definitely a big vehicle. And Mikey, let's get a close up here. I'm gonna open up this passenger door. It looks like an off-road vehicle from here. Look how high up this passenger seat is. It's like a few steps.
Yeah, just looking at you next to it, other than the fact that you're blending in because you wore the same color
wearing
suit.
a gray suit.
Yeah, it's just towering over you. It looks absolutely massive.
It looks incredible, and yes, I actually really like this two-tone color combination, and we have a red stripe in the middle dividing those two colors. Again, it looks so contemporary. I really dig the look of this motorhome.
Yeah.
I really do. All right, let's talk about our first slide out, which is on this side. It's actually the living room section. It's 70 centimeter wide, 2.7 meters long, and there's another slide out on the other side, and combination of those two slide outs bring additional 30 square meters to this motorhome, which makes a huge difference. Now below that is our first access point. You can actually see some of the electrical panels, fuses. You can also see how meticulously organized this section is. It's very easy to service. And coming this way, right in the center, we have our entry door. Now it's closed right now. I'm gonna put in the passcode.
What's the passcode?
I want to share that with you.
Okay.
Staircase folds down, super modern. You open up the door, this is your entry.
That looks really cool. It's like stepping onto a spaceship.
Literally.
I don't want to give away the interior yet, so I'm going to turn the camera away from it.
This is so beautiful, and let's actually close that on camera as well. There you go, that easy.
Very cool.
This is fantastic. Now, over here you can actually see these seamless glass panels throughout the vehicle. Normally on motorhomes, you see these windows with flashings around them. And that's why some of these motorhomes look a little bit old school. But this one, all the aluminum panels and window panels are flush, and that's how you get this minimalist look. Now, I want to bring everybody here. We have a nice storage compartment, perfect place for a surfboard or a jet board. It will fit nicely. And Mikey, I gotta show this detail to everyone. Let's see. Right?
That's new. Soft close.
Soft close. It's like an S-Class door or a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
You just close it enough and it just sucks it right in.
And is that on all the panels?
Correct, all the exterior panels.
Very cool.
Now, can we talk about these massive tires? This vehicle has rear wheel steering. And when you're dealing with 12 meters of length and this much height and width, having a feature like this comes in extremely handy. I'm sure a lot of you have been seeing those Mercedes S-Class and Hummer EV videos where cars are basically crab walking almost.
Yeah.
And it just helps with turning radius, parking, and it's kind of jarring to see in person. When they were parking this vehicle earlier on today, you literally see these massive tires turning.
Yeah, that's incredible. And on our last video we did, Dimbo video, we got a lot of comments that are like, how are you supposed to drive this thing in a city? So with this, you can make tight turns in a city like Budapest without any problems.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk about the integrated awning that's above us. I'm gonna press the button right here, kick this out. Second one is gonna be the sunshade. There you go. This thing is 6 meters wide. It kicks out about 3.5 meters. You can actually see these steel arms with LED lights to bring some lighting to this covered section here. It doesn't have any supporting legs, so it cantilevers. And look how smooth this thing operates. Everything about this motorhome is just so contemporary. And this awning has a built-in wind sensor. And once the wind goes above 39 kilometers an hour, which is around 24 miles an hour, it automatically retracts itself. It basically protects itself. So I wanted to point that out. Before we continue our tour with that amazing motorhome, I want to take a moment to thank our video sponsor, BetterHelp. Mental health is something that we take serious pride in, and therapy is an amazing outlet to be utilized if you feel the need to talk to someone about anything that's going on in your life. If you don't know what BetterHelp is, they're the world's largest therapy service with over 25,000 licensed and experienced therapists. Not to mention they're 100% online, which is amazing, especially for someone like myself who travels all the time and I can still make my appointments as if I'm back home. To get started, all you have to do is answer a few questions. That way BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist. After that, you can communicate with your therapist at a time that's most convenient for you via text message, phone call, or FaceTime. And if for some reason the therapist that you match with isn't the right fit for you, you can switch to a new therapist absolutely free of charge. With BetterHelp, you can expect the same quality and professional service that you would get in person, but with a therapist who will work around your schedule and at a more affordable price. You can go to betterhelp.com/NS to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, and I'll also link them in the description of this video, so make sure to check them out. Big thanks to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video, and now let's get back to our tour. Now, Mike, you follow me this way. Let's cover the garage. Actually, you know what? I want to talk about something. So last year was the first time we toured a Denbel motorhome. And I don't know what happened on that tour, but I have lost myself. Mikey, I mentioned your name 50 plus times. And check this out, Mikey. If we go around the side, Mikey, below here, Mikey, and right here, Mikey. Now, Mikey, ready? Now, Mikey, check this out, Mikey. Now, Mikey, 8 stairs, Mikey. Actually, Mikey, and Mikey, ready?
Mikey, can you help me with this?
I really don't know what was going through my mind that day, but I want to apologize to everyone for mentioning your name so many times.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know what these trips are like. That was one of our first RV videos.
Correct.
We flew to Germany with very little sleep, shot the video almost immediately. You needed something to latch onto in the video.
And that was your name?
Yeah, that video is pushing 38 million views as of us filming this right now. And the top comment with almost 30,000 likes was making fun of you for that.
Crazy. All right, Mikey, let's talk about this large garage design.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, the most important and unique aspect of this motorhome. The fact that you can park this full-size vehicle inside of this motorhome. Now, here's how it works. Vehicle needs to be 4 meters or shorter. We have this beautiful Mercedes 280 SL here, but earlier on they actually had a Mini Cooper parked inside as well. And Denbel has a patented design where the bedroom, which is located right above the garage, can lift up towards the ceiling to create enough ceiling height, and then you have this floor plate design that hydraulically pulls the vehicle inside of the garage. Crazy.
It's very cool.
It's so cool, and it's so efficient and refined. The engineering that's inside of this garage is crazy. And the fact that they designed the interior components on tracks, on these assemblies, to be able to move your bedroom literally up towards the ceiling to create enough ceiling height here for you to take your full-size car with you wherever you go. And once you arrive to your location, you pull out your car, you lower your bedroom, and you are set. This is fascinating. To me, this is the pinnacle of motorhome engineering.
Yeah, not only that, but I was talking with one of the Denbel executives earlier. This garage actually has an EV charger.
Correct.
So as you drive, it can charge your electric vehicle if you choose to have that instead of a classic Mercedes.
I will add one more thing. They also have a washer and dryer in there.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know
In
that.
the garage. Oh, you kidding me? This is a washer?
Washer dryer.
Cover. Do you mind if I curse? How the f we don't have this in apartments in US? This is the craziest appliance I've ever seen in my life. You press the button right here, it opens up. This is a washer and dryer. It's like the coolest washer and dryer, and if that wasn't enough, it's within this $1.5 million motorhome. Insane. And this door is also motorized. It goes up and down very smoothly.
That's very cool.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Now, since we're in Budapest, we also got a chance to see Denbel's production facility here. And looking at this vehicle, understanding how it's fabricated and put together, and knowing that it's built on a Mercedes Actros chassis is really fascinating to me. When you see the vehicle in its bare form, you realize that so much has to go in for it to be a Denbel motorhome. Even though they're keeping the same engine, drivetrain, and the axles, they still have to fabricate the walls, roof above, and even the extended garage for it to turn into a complete motorhome. But the good thing is they're basing it off of an amazing vehicle. It's a Mercedes. It doesn't get much better than that. You can pretty much get this motorhome service anywhere in the world. And the part that I'm really shocked about is the cockpit, actually. How they take this existing model, open up the gap here, integrate the rest of the motorhome to the cockpit, making it look like it was all built by the same brand is not easy, but I think Denbel accomplishes that extremely well. Denbel is a company that obsesses over quality of design and engineering. Because they manufacture all of their components in-house, they're able to closely monitor the quality of every single motorhome that leaves their assembly line. So we're at the first phase of their factory, meaning this is where they receive the trucks, modify the chassis, and then start rebuilding them in order to create the frame of a Denbel motorhome.
And this is the next phase where you actually see when we actually do the
Fabrication.
fabrication, the actual support for the wall, for the roofs, and for the bottom as well. Then we reconstruct the whole thing. We install all the engineering to the chassis, including the water tank, including the black water tank, and everything else what needs to be remodified. And then you can see these are the wall panel covered with aluminum to make sure that we got one solid whole entire side. So for the painting, that's why it looks so modern, no breaks in the lines.
Once the framework is completed, the motorhome goes to the next phase of the assembly line, the paint shop.
And this is when you get actually 6 layers of the paint. This is gonna be the white color of a smart garage motorhome. This is actually on the 4th layer right now, 2 more to come.
Gotcha. And it's that many layers to ensure that you protect all the aluminum panels and really seal off this motorhome.
Absolutely, but it also gives you a very clean design. When you look at from here, you don't see any edges, you don't see any breaks.
panels.
Absolutely.
Finally, let's move to the last phase of the assembly line, where skilled engineers and technicians carefully install all the remaining components required to finish the motorhome and complete construction.
And this is where we're going to finally assemble all the bits and pieces, millions of bits and pieces, to make sure when you receive your RV, you're going to really experience a wow effect. So this is where the real cooking, the real magic happens.
Now, I want to recap this. Building a motorhome is technically like building a house. You have your foundation, which in this case is a Mercedes Actros. But then, in order to make it a motorhome, it's fully fabricated. It's a full steel envelope. After that, you're basically fabricating and piecing out all your components, your flooring, insulation, windows and doors, electrical panels. And to me, it's really fascinating to see that motorhome can be taken to such extent where you have all this luxury and amenities packed into such an efficient space. That's why I'm so impressed with the team at Denbel for seamlessly integrating all these components together, and this is the final product. Now, I want to cover this slide out section here. I feel like even though it may seem like a simple addition to this vehicle, it's actually very difficult to engineer a piece like this. Mikey, think about it for a second. You are detaching a piece from the motorhome. You have to worry about water, air, how you seal it, and how this component functions year after year.
Yep.
It may just seem like a piece that kicks out, but it's so much more than that. The hydraulics behind it, fit and finish around this opening, and how this cantilever section carries all the weight that's above it.
I think whenever you have any moving part to any machine like this, it's like we see it with yachts a lot. If they'll have like a lower deck that opens up, it's like that opens up so many problems with waterproofing and, you know, weather sealing and everything that comes along with that.
Well, also keep in mind, it's not a house. It doesn't stand in one location. It moves, it flexes. And when I was going through their spec sheet, I read this really interesting information. Let's say you travel to a colder climate and it snows. You actually cannot close this slide out.
I didn't think about that. That makes sense.
That's why they have a heater on top of it to melt the snow. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's such a complex piece, but when you look at this motorhome, you're like, oh, that's a seamless slide out, not a big deal.
It just opens up a web of more engineering issues to solve, you know?
Absolutely, and that's why I have so much respect. I feel like I get so excited when it comes to these motorhomes or these technical challenges that these brands solve. Now, let's cover some of the openings here. On the right-hand side is the storage compartment that we saw earlier. Coming this way, you can see some of the electrical components and power sources for this vehicle. That's a 5K generator, Fisher Panda. Above the vehicle, you can have up to 6 solar panels that generate 330 watts each, and you can store the electricity that comes from these solar panels in these lithium-ion batteries right here. They're 200 amp hour each, and you can have up to 5 lithium-ion batteries on this vehicle. Super cool. Some of your hydraulic lines, plumbing lines, you can actually see some of the cutoff valves here. And while we're on this subject, this motorhome has a 1,000-liter freshwater tank, 500-liter black water tank, and 450-liter gray water tank. So I wanted to point that out. Pretty incredible vehicle. I know we're wrapping our tour on the exterior, but I want to mention one more thing. The team at Denbel has been so accommodating, and they knew that we're going to travel across the world to come to Budapest to do this tour, that they brought one of their RVs for us, parked right outside, just so we can walk outside, rest in the motorhome, run our production, and be comfortable here. Now, what's so special about that motorhome is the fact that that's the first one they have ever produced. And it's so inspiring to see the evolution of their company from that motorhome to this vehicle right here. Fascinating. And with that, we're done with our tour here. Now, let's go check out the interior. The details start at the staircase landing, chrome and glass railing, really nice sturdy door, bug screen on this side. Let's close that real quick. There you go, and you even have a fingerprint opener here. Now, off of the landing on our right hand side, we have the seating area, built-in couch, all these windows bring in natural light. I love how the corners are curved, all these smooth, exquisite finishes. By the way, this is the first slide out that we showcased on the outside. Then you have your coffee table here that swivels, and at the same time you can also raise it and lower it so you can use this space as your dining room as well. Looking around, details here are absolutely fantastic. Look at the floors, how this plush carpet and this ceramic flooring merges in the center and it curves on this side. And you look on the ceiling and you realize that's the same pattern here as well. Light box design, you have these contemporary panels with LED strip lighting, copper tones on the kitchen, whiter tones on the seating area. This looks like an exquisite, I want to say, Italian yacht.
This looks like a spaceship. Yeah.
You said it better than I did.
Yeah.
We are in a motorhome. Just because it's a motorhome, it doesn't mean it cannot be architectural, unique, different. Look at the space that we're in.
It's incredible.
This is fascinating. All right, Mikey, follow me this way. Let's cover the cockpit. We have 4 independent chairs here. These are massaged, heated, and cooled. Super nice. Obviously, you can turn them around to accommodate as an additional seating for your living room. I gotta show what's above first before we make a move. Let's see.
I do remember this detail from last year. I thought this was really cool.
Look how nice the bunk bed setup here, right? I'm gonna lower it as much as I can for now. Normally, you would lean these seats backwards so you can actually lower this bed all the way to this level. This has to be one of the coziest motorhome bedroom sections we have ever seen. Look how nice the ceiling padding here is. Mood lighting throughout. Reading lights. Do you know that even the skylight here and the roof is heated?
I really want to stay up there. I think next time we work with Dimbo, we have to ask them if we can sleep on this thing.
Well, they actually offered us to keep the motorhome for a few days and stay in it and do an experience video. The problem is we just don't have the time.
I hate you. We should have
Because
done
we
that.
produced too many videos for us to dedicate a few days. But hopefully in the future we can do that. And let us know in the comments below if you want us to stay in this motorhome for a few days and give you all like the full experience of what it's like to use this motorhome.
I'm kind of sad that you told me that. I wish I didn't know that.
I knew you were going to be bumped. But this space is great. This bed is 220 centimeters long and 165 centimeters wide. It's a double bed.
Yeah, it looks really cool up there.
Incredible. All right, let's check out the cockpit.
Let's do it.
The interior of this motorhome is so impressive. It's hard to believe that this is a motorhome cockpit. I mean, it feels like a luxurious SUV here. Almost every single surface is leather wrapped. These seats are so comfortable. You have great visibility. You feel super cool driving this motorhome because you have fantastic elevation, great visibility. Your side mirrors are screens. How much more cooler can a car get?
Again, it feels.
Spaceship.
You said it feels like a luxury SUV. It feels like a spaceship.
Spaceship. And I mean, every surface I touch, every knob, every detail is so exquisite. You have a nice open shelf here. And we had a chance to drive this motorhome yesterday, and it rides fantastic. I mean, we couldn't come all the way to Budapest without getting the team at Dembel to give us a ride, so we could see how it handles itself on the road. So it's been a few hours since we've been driving this motorhome, and I gotta say, now that I've spent all this time in it, I'm so impressed with how comfortable it is. And I can see myself opening up my laptop here, getting some work done, enjoying the scenery. It's quite impressive. We were already out on the road driving the motorhome, so I had to ask them to let me drive, and luckily they said yes. Gabor, it's time.
Okay.
You need to trust me with your life. How do I put it in drive?
Okay.
Unlock and then drive?
D. No, just rotate it.
Oh,
D.
that's it?
Okay.
Okay. First off, it's incredibly easy to drive. This steering wheel is just so soft, and because my vision is so clear and these side mirrors, these screens are just massive, it's actually relatively easy to drive. We always value going in depth and showcasing as much as possible. And even though I'm getting a very little glimpse of driving, I just wanted to make sure that I also got a chance to see what it's like to be on the driver's side. And I gotta say, it's just as comfortable as I thought. It's so easy, and quite frankly, you feel kind of a badass driving this motorhome. We toured last year's model and we were really impressed with that motorhome. But this model, with some of the new features, amenities, and details they have added, It feels really well built. Fit and finish feels very, very strong. I feel like I'm more impressed this time.
Yeah, maybe our appreciation for the product has just grown a little bit. We've seen a lot since then, toured a lot, but down to just like the craftsmanship and quality, like they have leather stitching in the doors and
Their attention to detail.
exactly.
It's quite impressive, and I agree with you. This cockpit also looks really good. Now next, let's take everybody to the kitchen.
Let's do it.
Now I really like the modern approach they took when they designed this kitchen. It really matches the rest of the motorhome. Your built-in appliances start here. Miele wine fridge. How elegant is this?
I love that they would put a wine fridge in here, but not only that, they would make it a Miele wine fridge.
Miele oven.
Yeah, very cool.
And you have a dishwasher drawer here. Come on, super cool. And if all that wasn't enough, you come over here to your induction cooktop, and this is one of the coolest induction cooktops I've ever seen in my life. Ready for this, Mikey? Did you know this?
What is that?
That's your vent, hood vent.
Really?
It's integrated into the stovetop.
I'm surprised we've never seen that in a home before.
I'm surprised too.
Yeah.
Or in a yacht. That's such an elegant design. That way you can have the top all open. They have this beautiful paneling with LED lighting. Look at this black wood paneling that's curved in the corners, contrasting nicely against the copper tones. And right in the center of this kitchen, we got this beautiful awning window. Now the first detail I appreciate about this window are these steel handles. They're so sturdy and they're very satisfying to operate.
Yeah.
And obviously in front of this window, we have, it picks up speed.
Automatic shades?
Your blinds, let's put them down, and on the back, bug screen.
I like that sound.
I love that sound.
Yeah.
Everything operates so well, and this awning window gives great views and ventilation to this kitchen. Now, let's focus on the countertops for a second. On this side, we have the sink. It's currently covered with a pop-up faucet.
Very yacht-like.
Very yacht-like, exactly. We gotta talk about the hardware and kitchenware this kitchen comes with. All Denbel branded. Precision is the name of the game with this motorhome.
Yeah.
Everything needs to be so well fitted. And personally, I love it.
Well, I know that you love these little details. As I've said, our last video with Denbel did extremely well online, and I saw a few people kind of poking fun at you for some of these details that you pointed out.
They have espresso cups branded with Denbel.
That's insane. That's crazy.
Best part.
That is-
Mikey, that is the best part. Look at this. These branded espresso cups. Ooh.
That's awesome.
You recognize the branding?
Oh my god.
Oh, it's branded.
Well, love it or hate it, I'm going to talk about details. I have a lot of respect for people who pay attention to details, and this motorhome is all about it.
That's right.
Now, speaking of details, this is your fridge. Down below is your freezer, pretty good size. Then you have your TV here, right in front of your seating area and the kitchen. And this is the common area of this motorhome. Now, before we move forward, I want to talk about two more details. Number one, we currently have the slide outs expanded. But when you want to drive this vehicle, you have to collapse it back. Obviously, it's super spacious right now, but once you close these walls, this interior space looks totally different. Number two is the air conditioning system. This motorhome is extremely quiet. It's really well insulated. In fact, all the windows, roof, basically every panel you can think of is heated. And when I say heated, these windows can be heated up to 30 to 40 Celsius. In this motorhome, they have a fantastic thermal envelope. They have floor heating throughout. And on top of that, their air conditioning system, which is Fujitsu, runs on this low circulation system, meaning I believe they run it constantly, but they run it at such low speed that it's basically whisper quiet.
And I'm sure that increases its efficiency too, because this is battery powered most of the time after all.
Exactly. And Mikey, look around. Are you seeing any AC diffusers? Everything is hidden.
Yeah.
Seamless. They're just lightly diffusing cooled air throughout the space.
Well, it feels great in here.
I agree. All right, let's continue our tour. Couple more things. Let's get nerdy for a second. So they have a Siemens control panel here. On the screen, you can read and operate every function of this motorhome. Doors, light fixtures, tank levels. If you have any issues, you can actually troubleshoot it here. And not only this screen, this motorhome comes with its own app. You can be anywhere in the world and you can unlock the doors, turn on the light fixtures, check your tank levels.
For me, one of the differentiators in quality is how well their software is designed. And this app and the whole front end of their operating system is like so seamless and immediate feedback if you touch anything. There's no lags or delays. It just is really high quality.
To me, that's super impressive. That's not something easy to accomplish.
Yeah.
Now, Mikey, let's show this detail. If you want to seal off the bedroom section, you can do that. And follow me this way. We have some of these unique panels here, and the door on my left opens up to the bathroom. Let's check it out. How can you make a small space so impressive? Pack it with features and functionalities. And this is what that space represents. You have your toilet here with its functions. It's also heated. Above that is a heated towel rack. And then you have your walk-in shower. And it's so exquisite. The fixtures here, handheld. These shampoo racks, rain head above with LED lighting. And in case you're wondering how you close this section off, you just unlatch it there, close this section here, and go.
That's very cool.
Walk-in shower.
I really like that.
Fantastic, right? And look how easy it folds back. Boom. I had to do this, Mike, you know.
Yeah.
And your branded bathrobes. Are you seeing these built-in Antonio Lupi rope hangers?
No, I
Never seen this. Mikey, we've toured over 250 plus homes. We've traveled across the world to find the most exquisite assets out there. This is the first time I'm seeing this feature. Kudos to Denbel.
Very cool. I'm a little distracted by the robes. I'm wondering if they'll give us some.
More souvenirs.
That's right, yeah.
And then you have your vanity here. I mean, give me a break. The sink, glass top, chrome integration, your LED lit mirror, curved corners, color combination, all of it coming together with a light box design above. This bathroom is out of a $50 million yacht. It's that impressive. That's it. That's all I gotta say. More Antonio Lupi.
Very nice.
Now, welcome to the bedroom suite. You see the seam on the floor right there, Mikey?
Oh yeah?
You know why? Because this section raises. Remember we talked about it at the garage?
I actually haven't seen it from the inside.
Really?
But I'm gonna have to film that in a little bit, so yeah.
Well, welcome, come on in. This bedroom is super cozy. You have your double bed here. Look at all the wall panels. Ceiling is nicely clad with this material, and then you have this light box design. 2 massive windows bringing natural light. This section is actually awning, and obviously you have your book screen, automatic shades, all that good stuff. Your cabinetry is nicely tucked to the back. TV is right here. Another fun fact about this motorhome. As soon as you turn on the ignition, you're ready to drive, all your doors magnetically lock.
Like exterior
Everything,
storage.
Cabinetry, everything just locks.
Really?
Which is a nice safety feature too. Now, one more detail. You ready for this? We have the built-in closet there, right? You have a touch sensor here that I just gently brushed.
That's very cool. I love how they have that little door on the top that swings open when it slides.
Everything in this motorhome is like motorized. And I have so much respect for the team at Denbel for going out of their way to make every aspect of this motorhome so functional. It's impressive between the build quality, design, all of it coming together. This motorhome is truly one of a kind. The Denbel team has poured their heart and soul into creating something truly extraordinary. From the sleek exterior to the luxurious interior, every detail has been meticulously crafted to elevate the motorhome experience to new heights. In coming here, we had the privilege of learning from the minds behind Denbel. The company generously shared their insights and hospitality and did their very best to make sure the time we spent here would not be forgotten.
We are super excited having Enes and his team here at the Denbel factory. So we decided to surprise him with something.
Everything okay?
Everything okay? How about you?
I'm good.
Harris, we have a surprise for you.
Okay.
You remember you were here 2021 with one of our RV,
Yes.
Denbel. And that turned out to be a super success as far as I know.
Correct.
Was it the number one? For the number one?
Yes,
The best in the world?
I hope so.
So here it is. Please.
Oh, I love it.
Denbel.
Look at this. Number 1 Enes Yılmaz, the most watched RV video in the world, Denbel. It's a fact. 38 plus million views.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure to have you, and thank you everything.
This
Fantastic.
is pretty cool. I want to personally thank them again on behalf of me and the team, and I can't wait to see what the future brings for Dembell. All right, everyone, that's it for the tour. Hope you'll enjoy this video. Big thanks to the team at Dembell for making this tour possible. And as always, you can find more information about this incredible motorhome in the description of this video, so make sure to check it out. Now, if you enjoyed our tour, give us a like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.